All right, guys, this is the Rambler. Please like and subscribe to my videos. So, guys, we have an issue right now. Your boy James Gunn is just doing too much. I'm not a James Gunn hater. I'm a big fan of his previous films. I don't think he's a bad director at all, but I'm starting to realize the cracks in his new universe. First of all, he is speeding through his whole universe just too fast. He's not doing it correct, in my opinion. For instance, there's been reports coming out saying that his new Superman movie, the second one, plans on having, Lex Luthor and Superman team up against Brainiac. Those are the rumors coming out. And let me tell you, that's not a good idea. First of all, the relationship between Lex and Superman was never earned. We never truly understand or even see why Lex Luthor hates Superman. He's just like, you know what? I just hate this fucking alien. It is what it is. There's no origin story of Superman. There's no origin story like of the relationship between Lex and Superman. We literally just hop into the action. James Gunn just throws at the audience like, hey, this is Lex Luthor. He hates Superman just because, right? First of all, I understand, trying to skip the, origin stories, try to get straight to the action. But see, the only problem with that is this is your new universe, man. Seriously, James Gunn, this is your new universe. You're supposed to do the origin stories. It's different when Spider-Man Homecoming was involved and, the Fantastic Four, where they already had their stories set up. And the reason why that is because the universe was already set up. The Marvel Universe has been going on since 2008. When Spider-Man Homecoming came out, it was like 2016. People already know the character Spider-Man, so there's really no need to do the whole origin story with him, showing him getting his powers, because that universe is already set up. The same with Fantastic Four. As we know, Fantastic Four is already going to be in the new Marvel Universe after, the Thunderbolts cameo at the end, little post-credit. So it doesn't make sense to do that origin story as well, because the majority of people know about them. But dude, this is your first new universe. This is you are building something brand new. You got to give us something. The fact that there was no origin story of Superman, at least in the first 20 minutes, like Man of Steel, is concerning. He's speed running through everything, right? And like I said, the relationship between Lex and Superman was not earned. It's just like you don't feel it. It's forced, right? Lex he's obsessed about Superman just because. There's no great storytelling with that arc. And then also we have, rumors, and actually it's not even a rumor, this is true, that the Batman that he introduces in his new universe is his sidekick's already going to be Damian. Now, how the fuck are you going to skip Nightwing? And you're going to skip Nightwing? You're going to skip Jason Todd? You're fucking kidding me. We're going to just go straight to Damian. And apparently this Batman's supposed to be on the youngest side. So what? He's going to replace the Robins every 3 years? And then, while also doing that, he already got a girl knocked up when he was super young? It just doesn't make any sense, right? This is how it should go. When you're starting that new universe, if you're going to make a bunch of Superman movies, the first person needs to be, first villain, needs to be Zod, personally, in my opinion. He's basically like, the Red Skull to, Captain America, right? He needs to be in the first film. But let's just say you don't want to have him in the first film. That's cool. Then, if you want to go the Lex route, I have no problem with that. But like I said, you got to explore a little bit better. But then the second movie should be about Zod. The first movie should have shown Zod coming to Earth, right? Saying like, hey, I finally found this fucking alien motherfucker. Let's fuck shit up, right? But no, we don't get that. We're going to get a Brainiac movie. The Brainiac movie should be third. It should be either Lex, Zod, and Brainiac. And then you save Darkseid for, like the Justice League film. Or you know what? If you, let's just say you don't want to do Zod. You got to at least put Doomsday in that bitch, right? So it should have been Doomsday second and Brainiac third, and then make Darkseid, like the major final villain of the Justice League arc. I mean, we're like, what are we doing here? Seriously. And then and shit, don't even get me started on the Green Lantern TV show. First of all, everybody knows a lot of fans wanted a Hal Jordan, either TV series by himself or a movie by himself when he was still on the youngest side. Now we're getting a Green Lantern show where Hal Jordan's already old as shit, and then we're gonna have Jon Stewart. You know that's gonna piss off your fan base. You know the backlash Marvel's been getting for that, right? The whole diversity and the whole wokeness. Like I said, I think that's low key kind of racist. It has racist undertones, the woke, but it's true in some sense, right? Why not have Hal Jordan be a younger Hal Jordan and show his origin story? But no, we're gonna get him already, already grizzled. And then you have fucking Guy Gardner in the Superman movie. He's a third fucking person. How are you not gonna build up the Green Lanterns? It's supposed to go Hal Jordan, then John Lantern. Not John Lantern. Then John, and then you do Guy Gardner, right? In the Superman movie, we don't see the origin, a little small origin of Hawk Girl or Gardner or Mr. Terrific. None of that. And it's a Superman movie. It should only be about him. That was one of the major complaints about the Superman movie, was the fact that it felt like, a movie, like a Justice League episode with Superman in it. It just was too much, right? We're doing too much, guys. Like I said, we don't see the origin relationship of Superman meeting Lois. They're already dating? What is the sense in that? And it's funny because one of the major complaints that the Zack Snyder universe got was that they were also speed running through with the Justice League movies because they were trying to play catch up. And at first they were doing good. They had like a little origin film with Superman and then Wonder Woman. But then they fucked up when they did Batman versus Superman. That wasn't earned. So now you're making the same fucking mistakes as the Zack Snyder universe. Right? Like, James Gunn has to get it under control. I'm sorry. Like, you can't just be speed running through the universe like that. You got to slowly build it up. Now, keep in mind, it could be because he's on a time limit. Maybe they're only giving him so many few years to see how successful it is. But if you do it right and you take your time, this universe can last a long time. It can do what Marvel has done for basically the last almost coming up on 20 years, man. So just take your time with the universe. We got to slow it down a little bit. We need some more origin stories, right? And like I said, I don't even know what the next film's gonna be. But they got to build the characters up. What's it called? Waller. She should have been in the Superman movie. Slowly build her up, like in the background, trying to recruit metahumans. But they didn't do that. She's getting her own show. That's great and everything, but they didn't do that. Right? So we got to fix a couple things, James Gunn. Please, for the love of God. I want this universe to work, but man, you just got to slow it down. But all right, guys, I'm going to see y'all next time on the video. Please like and subscribe.